Some things come up for me that's quite interesting. So I thought I'd pose this question to people out there and see what they think. It might help you to know who your friends are in a sense. And what it is if you had a situation where suddenly there was a great deal of money that you had, let's say it was £250,000. So if you suddenly had this money, but you were in a position where you had to get rid of this money, maybe you have to get rid of it because otherwise you'd have to pay a tax bill or something. And so you have to get rid of this money. And so you have to somehow send this money to someone and give it to them entirely so that it wasn't your money anymore. But you wanted to have a situation where you get the money back in future at some point. So in other words, who of your friends would you trust with the £250,000 that you would transfer today? Who could you trust to ensure that they would hold on to that money as their own and give it back to you at some point in future? So imagine you had to give this money to someone and in 3 months' time you wanted them to give it back to you. Who amongst your friends could you trust with £250,000 that they would then definitely give you back in 3 months' time? I think it's interesting to ponder the question: who amongst your friends would you trust with the £250,000 that you would give to them entirely, so it would be theirs, and you could trust them to give it back to you in a month's time, let's say? So think about who your best friends are that you could trust with so much money, and they would definitely give it back to you in a month's time, even though they don't have to. They don't have to give. They don't have to give it back to you. So think about that, and I think it's interesting.